Alright, so I haven't done like a driving and talking video in a while, other than like the funny one I just did earlier, but just more like updating what I'm doing. I've just been so busy with the house move and everything else, and some health issues and some other things, just where that's priorities. You know, time is time, energy is energy. And quite honestly, I just don't feel like doing things sometimes, and for this, it's not a prerequisite to me existing, like doing social media, at least where it's at. So no offense, but if I'm not getting monetized and none of you are like supporting that, I'll share as much as I can when I can until that changes. Even the dog training advice, I'd love to help dogs as much as I can, paid or not, but the reality is the people who are paying me are who's going to get my time and energy as a priority. Hope that didn't sound dicky, but that's the truth of it. But yes, I'm in the new house. I'm up here, Pine Mountain Club. It's about an hour. I can get down to LA where I need to be for clients, about an hour and 15. I sat in traffic longer than that, from 10 miles away from my clients. So for me, I don't mind driving as long as I'm moving and not sitting. And I got my nice new Tesla, so I've got the self-driving feature, the electric feature, so I'm going to be saving on fuel now. Anyone who knows California, the gas prices are just, I mean, they're up to like $6 in some places. I just can't do it. So and I love this car. It's so nice to drive and fun, and it's good for the dogs. I can leave them in it when it's got the dog mode. It's just bigger, greater, all-wheel drive, blah blah blah. Not bragging. I feel, I'm going to tell you a story about my new house, and you'll see where my mind really is. Because if anyone thinks that I try to like live large, or you know, you want to drive a nice car and live in a nice house, that is, I just had to. There's a point in your life where you work hard, you make a certain amount of money, and it's like, well, I guess that's what you do. These are more like almost ways to save money and create more conveniences, like this car. But yeah, my house, I just needed a bigger place for me and the dogs. I needed a space, a yard. I needed somewhere I could decompress and just like relax and not, you know, be affected by everything, and also feel like, hey, I work hard, I own something. And in California, it is hard to own something. You hear all about it, it's true. Down in LA, the average house is like over $1 million for the most awful piece of shit, crappy neighborhood. Not gonna do it. I'd rather sit in my car an extra hour a day and live where I wanna live and how I wanna live. But anyway, yeah, I have this imposter syndrome. I wasn't raised like, my mother did well, but I never felt it. She had her own like business and made money, but I always felt poor, and we were poor until her business started doing well in my teen years. But even then, everything was for myself, my own college, my own job since I was a teenager. And the thing is, I guess it makes you work hard. It makes me feel that when I'm working, I'm of service and appreciative of the people that give me the ability to earn a living. Never above hard work, labor, anything like that. And but the problem is, you sometimes get with this imposter syndrome, you don't treat yourself well enough. You don't feel like you deserve things that you have earned, that you have a right to. So, perfect example, and this is also a little autism too, so it's not just imposter syndrome, there's like actually a sensory component to it. So I have this new house. It's a big house, and I have this beautiful master suite with all this ornate bedding that came furnished, mostly furnished. So I mean, it's big with a master closet. I'm laying there at night, and I feel like all this open space around me, and it's like I'm laying in the middle of like a football field. It's not, I know how people think, like, look at me, I'm in my big room and I earn this and I'm better. I just feel like, who are you to fucking sleep like you're some kind of king? That in my head and in my body, sensory wise, I like organization. I like small, tight spaces, just like dogs do. That's why we do place and crate training, and it just gets them to feel calm, safe, secure, where their energy's like this, not like that. And that's how I feel sleeping in this big open room. So what have I done? I literally moved the whole kit and caboodle into one of my guest bedrooms, and that's where that's my bedroom. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this giant master suite that's like bigger than the last apartment I lived in. Maybe I think I'm gonna also paint the walls like more. It's got this light blue color in it that also I don't like. I think that's part of it too. Maybe I'll put some different furniture in it that's more my taste and sell the furniture at Cam. It's nice furniture. Bread is so expensive, I know, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about those things. It's just not what, it's not even that I'm better than it, it's just I'm not. I tried. I would love to make myself spoiled and pampered. I just feel like I don't belong. It's not for me. So let me be happy and live. And again, I like this house. It's a, well, don't you have such a big house? There's a reason. I needed the yard space. I need space for things. But it's just, again, people, you see it when you're living it, and it's also the sensory thing. I feel in this smaller space, the walls are closer, everything's tighter, more sensory organized, and I get a much better night's rest. So that's who I am. You know, if anyone wants to make an interpretation of, oh, this guy's this, that, you do not know me unless you know me. So maybe when you hear me give you a take on something, take the time to know the person and where they're coming from before you draw conclusions about what their take on life is and how they live. it's not easy sometimes with these sensory and social issues too. You know, again, this is, I think, more of a psychological thing, because I was raised like Veal, Howard Stern, I think he said that once. Like, I mean, it was a terrible upbringing. You know, I was not validated. It was abuse, a lot of neglect, a lot of figure it out on your own. So again, I'm like, how I kind of live now as a 51-year-old man. But did you think that when you get the update, the drive and talk, you get a little psychological eval on me? But yeah, that's around. All I'm doing is being as aware of myself, and the best way I can make myself feel any kind of peace is to be at service to others. I actually am going to start volunteering at the local shelter up here. I got a contact I'm going to reach out to later, and making my living helping people. I do well. I'm happy that I can be of service. My clients all know that when they hire me, they do pay a premium, but with that, they also have access to me 24/7, and I don't charge them for that. They can come to my classes whenever they want. I want people to have value. If I lived in a less expensive place, and I was in Alaska, I charged half the rate. But it's California, and I do have to survive here while I can make a living. But anyway, I'm not driven by that. I don't need to scale up. I don't need to start sending 2-month, green trainers to your house under the guise of my figurehead, and then you're getting shit quality work and you're paying. I'd rather go to your house, give you the time, make you do the work, hold you accountable, and say, hey, if I'm here in the trenches with you and your dog, you're going to get in there and roll up your sleeves too. And that's why I'm successful with people, and the people who aren't, that is not my issue. They make me feel bad, and I take it with me because I feel awful that I can't help them, and it's their limitations to hearing something that another person heard just fine. And so anyway, I don't want to go too off topic, but let's see. I'm headed down to Santa Clarita. I'm about an hour from Santa Clarita, an hour from Bakersfield. I'm like dead in the middle, so I just wanted to go to Santa Clarita. I'm going to Home Depot. Got to get some stuff from my house. We're gonna go to get lunch. I'm gonna get pho. I like pho, and it's very good. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get my car washed. First car wash since I had my new Tesla. It's been almost 3 weeks, and 2.5 weeks. 2 weeks. I did about 2 weeks now. 3 weeks now. But what else am I gonna do down there? There's something else I have on my list. But while I'm down there, then tonight I've got a Zoom client I'm gonna see, and then I'm gonna go tonight. So the last part I want to talk about is Dr. Gabor Mate. M-A-T-E. He's from Hungary. He's a therapist. Talks all about trauma. And why I like him is, in my style, he talks about his own experiences and an ability to help others. He's not like, well, I went to school for this and I know this no, he actually lived it. He has been through great levels of childhood trauma and explains that how, and I think he's in his early 80s. He looks amazing. The guy, I think he's like close to my age, and he's like in his 80s. But he's doing a 3-day, him and a couple other healers, therapists are doing this online 3-day workshop starting tonight. So I'm excited for that. It was free, right? So why not sign up? So I'm looking forward to that tonight. It's at 7 o'clock my time. And yeah, I'll probably take my dogs. Maybe we'll fit in a hike if I get back soon enough. And that's that. That's your update.
Take exit 172 onto CA 126 west toward Newhall Ranch Road.
So off to Newhall Ranch I go. Thanks for watching.